Hello, let's go to top notch 1A, unit 4, page 44. Okay, let's go. There is a vocabulary section. There are some dialogues. We are going to listen to them. After listening, you are going to read them and record your voice and to me. Number 29. Listen, please.
Before you listen. Vocabulary. Communicating with a waiter or waitress. Read and listen.
Look, he is a waiter. If the person who provides service in a restaurant is a woman, we call her waitress. So he is a waiter.
Excuse me. We're ready to order. I'm sorry, this isn't what I ordered. We'll take the check, please. Is the tip included? Do you accept credit cards?
So in this part, this is not what we ordered. It means that the food and the meal that you have brought for us is not the same thing that we ordered. We didn't want this. You brought something different. And a credit card is a special card that you can pay money instead of using bills or checks. So let's go to this part. Listen comprehension. Listen to the conversations in a restaurant, then listen again and predict the next thing you think the customer will say to the server. You see, this is the customer. These two women are customers, people who ask for something, they want to pay for something. And server or waiter is a person who provides the service, for example, in a restaurant, in a shop, in a mall. So, in this part, you're going to listen and predict the next thing you think the customer, for example, this girl, is going to say to the server after the conversation. What are they going to talk about? Let's listen. Number 30.
Page 44. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Listen to predict. Listen to the conversations in a restaurant. Conversation 1.
Can you believe this check? What do you mean? Look, this is more than I earn in a week. Oh my gosh, I don't have that kind of cash on me.
So, we'll take the check, please. Do you accept credit cards or we are ready to order? You see, he said, I don't have such cash. It means we can use the credit card. Then he is going to ask the server, do you accept a credit card? So this is the answer. Let's go to number 2.
Conversation 2.
What are you in the mood for?
Something fast. I don't have much time.
Well, why don't you order soup? They have your favorite, black bean.
Good idea. That won't take long.
Okay.
Conversation 3.
Excuse me, are you finished with your meal?
Yes, thanks. It was delicious.
Would you care for some dessert or some coffee? Or an after dinner drink?
So, they didn't talk about the coffee or dessert yet.
Conversation 4.
Oh no. Where's the waiter? I wanted the pasta salad. What salad is that? I'm not sure. It looks like a seafood salad. Oh, there he is.
Conversation 5.
So he's going to she's going to order. So, excuse me, this is not what I ordered. Because there was a salad and she didn't want that. Actually, she was not sure about what kind of salad it was. She's going to say that's not what I ordered. I'm going to change it. I'm going to pass it again. So the first one is the best answer.
Good evening. I'm John, and I'll be your server. Would you like to hear about tonight's specials?
Actually, no, thanks. We're ready to order.
Certainly.
Now listen again and predict the next thing you think the customer will say to the server. Explain your answers. Conversation 1.
Can you believe this check? What do you mean? Look, this is more than I earn in a week. Oh my gosh, I don't have that kind of cash on me.
Conversation 2.
What are you in the mood for?
Something fast. I don't have much time.
Well, why don't you order soup? They have your favorite, black bean.
Good idea. That won't take long.
Conversation 3.
Excuse me, are you finished with your meal?
Yes, thanks. It was delicious.
Would you care for some dessert or some coffee? Or an after dinner drink?
Conversation 4.
For example, in this part, she may say, no thanks, I will take the check, please. And actually, they didn't talk about credit card or tips. All of them are possible. Which one do you think is she going to talk about?
Oh no! Where's the waiter? I wanted the pasta salad.
What salad is that?
I'm not sure. It looks like a seafood salad. Oh, there he is.
Conversation 5.
Good evening. I'm John, and I'll be your server. Would you like to hear about tonight's specials?
Actually, no, thanks. We're ready to order.
Certainly.
So, decide what to say to the server in each conversation. So, you look at the conversation and you should decide whether they're going to how they want to continue. Take a look at this check. I'm not sure we have enough money. Excuse me, do you accept credit card? So, number 2. Oh no, they brought us onion soup. We ordered the tomato soup. You're right. Excuse me. For example, in this part, you can say, I want to change this. I didn't order this soup. Oh no, I left my money at home. Excuse me, do you accept credit card? We accept credit card. Number 4, we can't order dessert. We don't have time. Right? Excuse me. For example, can we have the check, please? So they want to pay for it and go out. These 2 are for you. Complete the conversations. Take a photo and send it to me, please. This this menu actually is really important for your final exam. In this part, you should write the name of the appetizer, soup, salad, entree, choice vegetables, beverages, and dessert. For example, look. For appetizer, we have chocolate cake, mini lamb pies, mixed grilled vegetable. For soup, spicy shrimp, chicken noodles, tomato soup, salad, tomato pepper, green beans, pasta, and these are the entree and drinks and blah blah. You should select on this menu. Actually, on this menu, you should select what you want to eat for the meal. For example, for your dinner, what do you want to eat? Select, for example, mixed grilled vegetable for appetizer, soup. What kind of soup? Tomato soup. Salad, for example, green beans. Main course, fried fish. Beverage means drinks. For example, I need coffee. For dessert, we can say ice cream, sandwiches, or carrot cake are okay. Complete this list based on the menu. Take a photo and send it to me, please. Okay, look at the vocabulary. There are some adjectives to describe the healthfulness of the food. How healthy are the food? Healthy is a food that is good for you. unhealthy, food which is bad for you. Fatty or high fat, food which contains a lot of oil, روغن. Low fat doesn't contain a lot of food. It doesn't have lots of a lot of oil. It doesn't have lots of oil. Salty contains a lot of salt. Sweet contains a lot of sugar. For example, chocolate, cake, biscuits, candies. High calorie can make you fat or overweight. Low calorie is not going to make you fat. Read this part. After reading, record your voice and send it to me. Let's do there is a reading part. Actually, after reading, you are going to record your voice and send it to me. It's really important, so be careful about it.
Page 46.
Listen.
Reading. Read and listen.
Did you know just one supersized fast food meal can have more calories than you should eat in an entire day? These tips can help you eat healthy meals and maintain a healthy weight when eating out and when eating at home. When you eat out, control your portions. Many people eat larger portions than they need, especially when eating away from home. Order something small or ask for a half portion. If you do order a large meal, take half of it home or split it with someone else at the table. Sharing food is also less expensive.
Okay. Portion means the part of the food that you have for example, your dinner is called portion. And meal means food. Large means meal means a very big food. You can share it with someone. Sharing food means, for example, when you are two friends, order for one food. You can eat it together. Because the foods are not really small, you can share it with someone. In this way, you can eat less.
Avoid unhealthy snacks such as pizza, candy, and fast food. When you
avoid something means stop eating something, stop using something, prevent.
You get fast food, skip the fries and other high-calorie, fatty, or salty options. Choose healthy options. Grilled chicken and fish are low-fat and low-calorie. If you really want some fried food, remove the breading from the food so it won't have so many calories. And at home, avoid eating in front of the TV.
Avoid, I told you here, you see, avoid. Stop doing something. Don't do that. For example, don't eat food in front of TV.
If you eat while you are doing other things, it's easy to lose track of how much you are eating.
Lose track of something, it means while you are watching TV, see, if you eat while you are ordering, doing other things, it's easy to lose track of how much you are eating. Lose track of something, for example, while you are watching TV, you don't pay attention to the food that you are eating. For example, for a long time, for example, you are eating and you don't pay attention. It means lose track of something.
Eat slowly. Let your brain get the message that your stomach is full. Your brain needs about 20 minutes before it gets that message. If you eat fast, you will eat more food. Quick tips. Try to avoid high-calorie cookies and cake for dessert. If you love sweets, try low-fat frozen yogurt or fruit for dessert instead. Yogurt and fruit are both sweet and healthy. Avoid adding sugar to your food and drinks.
Okay. Let's go to this part. Veggie means people who eat vegetables, vegetarian. Skip or avoid something, I told you here. Look, I told you here. Stop doing something, prevent something. Portion means part of food. A part of a food that you eat for example, dinner or lunch. Share or split with somebody. Here, you can share or split or share it with somebody. It means when you are two friends, divide one food together and eat one food together. It means sharing. Option, alternatives, selecting between something. So veggie or vegetable, it's here. Skip something, not choose, avoid. Portion, the amount of food that you eat at one time. Portion. Split, uh, choose. Split. Order one dish for two people. Yeah. E. Option means the choice. Let's go. Write tick next to the foods that you think are healthy. Right. And cross next to the food that you think they are not healthy. Okay. For example, salad. Do you think healthy? Yes. Hot pepper? Yes. Pasta with sauce? No. Rice healthy, chicken healthy, pizza not healthy, hamburger not healthy, French fries not healthy, nuts are healthy, but chips are not healthy. So snacks can be healthy or not healthy. Ice cream is not healthy. Okay. List other foods and drinks you think they are good for you or bad for you. Oranges. They are good for your health, so they are healthy food. For example, what is healthy? Yogurt is all healthy. Soup is healthy. Chicken is healthy. But what is unhealthy is salty food like potato chips. You see, French fries is not healthy. Hamburger, pizza, chips, they are not healthy for your body. Complete this part. Take a photo and send it to me. Let's go to listening. Listen to conversation. Where are people? Where are they? Are they at a restaurant? In the home? And predict each person is going to predict that each person will say next. At the same as the dialects that we have. Let's listen. Number 32.
Page 48. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the conversations. Where are the people? Circle. At home or in a restaurant. Conversation 1.
I feel like something sweet. Do you think the price of the entree includes dessert?
The menu doesn't say. Just ask.
So while they are asking about the dessert, actually they are not at home and talk about the price. So they are in the restaurant.
Conversation 2.
Okay. So they are talking about dessert. I think he's going to ask, does the dessert with my... You see, he wants sweet dessert. You should complete this. But what do you think is he going to order?
2.
Mom, there's nothing in this fridge but veggies. Oh, Caroline, what's wrong with veggies? They're so good for you. But I feel like eating something really fatty and salty, like fries.
Okay. So they are at home. They are talking about vegetables in the fridge. Her mom is probably going to say, but Caroline, French fries, for example, are really unhealthy. For example, you see, what do you think? What do you think her mom is going to continue the conversation?
Conversation 3.
What do you feel like eating?
Actually, I feel like seafood tonight.
Well, there's a fried squid appetizer and grilled fish for a main course.
So they are in the restaurant. It's possible that he's going to say what? Based on what you listen, you can write it and fill in the blanks.
Conversation 4.
Is there anything good to eat?
You bet there is. There's cheese, eggs, butter, and some really nice lettuce.
Okay. So complete this part, take a photo and send it to me. Write examples of food for each category. For each of these parts, you should write, for example, a spicy food. What is the spicy food? For example, pizza pepperoni is spicy. Indian foods are spicy. Salty food, French fries is salty. I don't know what is salty. You should write. Sweet food, cake, chocolate, ice cream. And fatty food, there are lots of fatty food. Every food can be fatty if you add oil to them. Write the name, for example, we can have chicken. or pasta, some of kind of pasta. Okay, fill in the blanks based on your idea. Take a photo and send it. Write questions you can ask a waiter or waitress. For example, imagine you are in a restaurant. Begin a question with a capital letter and end with question mark. You know it. Ask question. For example, you are in a restaurant. What would you ask? For example, excuse me, do you have chicken soup, please? For example, you can write it here at the end question mark. Or you can say, excuse me, can I have the check, please? Right here. Or, excuse me, can I use, do you accept credit card? This is another question. Complete this part, take a photo and send it. Complete each sentence with affirmative or negative form of there is and there are. For example, you can say there is, there isn't, there are, there are. Too much pepper. There is too much pepper in soup, it's too spicy. Excuse me, I'm looking for a restaurant. Is there any good restaurants? See, are there any good restaurants? Are there any good restaurants in the neighborhood? Because the restaurant is plural form, we should use there are. Desserts. Are there any low-fat desserts on the menu? Inexpensive restaurant. An inexpensive restaurant. So, is there an inexpensive restaurant nearby? It means near here. You copy this part, take a photo and send it. Write a short article for travel blog about food in your country. Write at least 5 sentences, but write more if you can. For example, in my country we eat a lot of vegetables. Vegetable soup is very typical appetizer. But I think, for example, in Iran, in my country we eat a lot of soups, sugary food. For example, there are lots of candies, cakes, and chocolates, and you can use it. I guess it's not really healthy, but people like it. You can continue, write a paragraph, take a photo, and send it. Let's go to this page. There are 4 pictures. Create conversation for people in picture 1 at a hotel. Can I help you? Could you recommend a restaurant for example? What do you think they are going to talk about? In picture 2, you should write a conversation, and in picture 3. Look at picture 4. You should write about the food in this picture with there is and there are. What can you see in this picture? Write 4 sentences about the food that they are eating. For example, this is fish, pasta, I don't know, this is sushi, steak. With there is and there are. Complete this part, take a photo and send it to me. Have a nice time and goodbye.